You can see the title of this video is a little unusual for me, but I couldn't think of another way to get the point across of a common theme that I'm seeing in the gun community as of late. And it's actually been a while, but I've really noticed it lately, and I wanted to address it today. Not trying to be the thought police or the speech police in the gun community here on YouTube, but I believe in being introspective and looking at myself, and whether it's somebody challenging me to do it or me doing it myself or me challenging someone else, it's just such a valuable tool. And so I looked within myself today when I started thinking about this. I was watching YouTube videos at lunchtime at work, and which seems to be a common thing for me. And I kept reading comments, and I saw a couple videos, and this statement, this terminology people keep using just started to just hit the nerve and the back of my neck. You know, you just feel the tingles. And I almost did this video on my phone, but I wanted better quality and sound. So I waited till I got home and came straight into my, my taping room here and did it. So what do I mean, stop bastardizing the Second Amendment? Well, let's first talk about YouTube. YouTube is a private entity file sharing site. That's it. They just happen to be a big one. We know they don't like guns. We know they frown upon conservatives as well. But it's what we have to deal with right now. If we want to get our content out, YouTube is the only viable option. There are other ones that are getting some traction, but YouTube's the biggest, reaches the most people. It's the biggest platform, and we're aware of this. If you want to prove they're a monopoly and try to get them to stop giving channel strikes and shutting channels down for no reason, get out your checkbook, I hope it's a fat one, and take them to court. And prove that YouTube is a monopoly. Be ready to pay to appeal it against their legal team all the way up to the Supreme Court. And when you prove they're a monopoly, we'll have a different set of rules. But for now, if they want to give you a channel strike or shut your channel down, there's zero you can do about it. We'll get back to YouTube in just a second. When our founding fathers placed the Second Amendment into the Constitution, it wasn't accidental, and I guarantee you it wasn't without much thought. These guys didn't do things blindly or stupidly. So when you consider the fact that they thought the Second Amendment was sacred enough and important enough to put in our country's fabric, a document that's a part of our fabric, who we are, it's a sacred thing. It's pretty dang important. The terminology I'm hearing used out there quite a bit, and I'm not trying to call anybody out or embarrass anybody. I looked at myself first. The first thing I thought of was, have I used this terminology? And if I have, stop it. So I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I'm hearing over and over, YouTube gave me a channel strike. They're infringing on my Second Amendment rights. And I hadn't really considered this until today, but guys, YouTube giving a channel strike and equating that to infringing on your Second Amendment is giving the dork that's behind a computer at YouTube headquarters way too much credit. And in turn, you are bastardizing the Second Amendment. You are devaluing a document in the Bill of Rights that our founding fathers said this is important. And in a society where we place so much value on social media and on networks, social networks, and file sharing sites, and even the internet, it's easy to get things out of whack, and our perspective gets skewed. And I think that's what it is here. I think people are just saying it's a perception thing. YouTube shut down Brownell's channel. That's an attack on a Second Amendment rights. And it's not. It's a choice by a private entity. And as I said, until you can prove they're a monopoly, they will continue to do that. And there is nothing you can do about it. To strengthen our Second Amendment, we vote. You know, we join the NRA or Gun Owners Association, whatever you want to join. You know, go to rallies. We talk to people who are ignorant to the Second Amendment. You know, we carry our guns, we train with our guns. That's how we make it strong. It's not necessarily here. Even though this is a great tool, obviously I think it's a great tool or I wouldn't be here. But if YouTube goes away tomorrow, the Second Amendment's still here, I'll continue to vote and train my pistol and carry my pistol. So I don't place enough value in YouTube to dictate my Second Amendment. I don't look at it like YouTube took views away from one of my videos, which they have, at least one that I know of, as an attack on my Second Amendment. They're not touching my Second Amendment. Stop giving those nerds sitting behind computers at YouTube headquarters that much credit. Stop allowing them to play you like a puppet and to think the way they want you to think. Nobody's touching my Second Amendment from YouTube. Nobody. I hope this didn't offend anyone out there. Again, I'm not trying to call anyone out. I'm just challenging you guys. If you're using this term, if you are giving YouTube too much credit and saying they are attacking my Second Amendment, man, we got to be better. As gun owners, we need to be better. Better today than yesterday. Better tomorrow than today. Thanks for watching, everybody.